Hey all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. In today's episode I'm going to show you this customized, handmade, 3D, UV light reactive reef art. Alright, so as said in the intro, I picked up this incredible piece of artwork and I'm going to go through all the details on it, how you can go about getting one made for yourself. But just before we do, I want to jump into a quick commercial from one of our sponsors who've just made this really funny and awesome TV commercial, so we'll just run that now.
Come on and forward your ports. The time is like crazy. We're unblocking streams so you can be lazy. It's automatic, secure and private. Your day-to-day browsing. We'll encrypt it and hide it.
Alright, I hope you liked the commercial. I got a bit of a laugh out of it. I thought it was pretty cool, and OEC is a Melbourne-based business, and I'm not sure if you know or don't know at the moment, but Melbourne's currently going through a fair economic crisis as a result of all the COVID-19 lockdowns. And it's a nice little segue into this piece of artwork here, because this was done by Tuyen, who's a Melbourne tattoo artist. Now, it has not been possible pretty much for this entire year to do tattoos in Melbourne, which makes things really, really difficult. Now, I guess every cloud has a silver lining, and the silver lining for us reef hobbyists is that Tuyen's a reef keeper himself, and thankfully, despite the fact that he can't get up close and personal and do ink work on people at the moment, he can still do some incredible artwork like this at home. And I had a bit of a look online and saw some of the artworks that he was creating, and absolutely blew my mind. And I reached out to him and said, mate, what do we need to do to get one of these pieces of artwork commissioned for myself to remember my old tank by? So the process was incredibly simple. He said, what do I want in it? And I said, look, I want something to remember my existing display tank. So I sent through a few pictures and said that I absolutely had to have Prius, my gorgeous little angel there. Prius had to be in the shot. So I said, other than that, pick some of the main corals, and I gave the guy some creative license, because there's nothing worse than telling an artist what to do, and like, just do with what you think looks cool. And this is what he came up with, and personally I could not be happier. It's such an incredible little piece. Really goes well in the, well, I was going to say in the home or office, but at the moment it is the home office. So it hangs up on my wall just up here and looks really cool. But rather than just finishing there, I'll get you some close-up footage of this beautiful one-of-a-kind artwork, and then we'll have a chat with Tuyen himself, because I managed to get a bit of a video call with the man and ask a few questions, and I'll roll them for you. So let's check it out. Alright, check out the incredible artwork here. Hopefully from this angle you can see just how three-dimensional it is, and if I turn it to the side a little bit, you get an idea of just how much these pieces stick out, which really gives it a bit of pop and a bit of flair in person. Now if I turn off the bright white light here and then I switch to the UV light, you see how reflective it is, and you see all the colours really starting to pop on those corals and on the fish as well. So it's a real nice little element to the piece. Alright, enough of me gushing about my new customised bit of artwork. Let's give Tuyen a call and ask the man himself a few questions.
Hey Parker's Reef, thanks for the interview today. My name's Tuyen and I'm a full-time tattooist and part owner of Corpus Tattoo Studio in Melbourne.
Alright, firstly man, thank you so much for the artwork. Now, something like this doesn't happen from someone that doesn't get reef tanks. You're obviously into reef tanks yourself. What kind of tanks have you got, and can you tell us about them?
Stocked in this tank, I've just got a pair of clowns and the standard cleanup crew, a few snails, sand shifting star, and a little pencil urchin. As for corals, I've got assorted morphs. Then we've got this big green nem and one of my favorites, it's Bro's bubble tip. Thanks again for hooking us up, Sam. Here's my second tank. It's a 60 cube mixed reef. Only had this guy 3 to 4 months. Originally had a 120 litre mixed reef that I've transferred all of the rocks and corals over. Have added a few new corals here and there. For filter wise, pretty much just running everything from my old tank, nothing fancy, all budget stuff. This tank's lit with a single Radeon XR15 blue. currently stocking a pair of clowns, this little flasher, and the scopus tank. For inverts, I've got a coral banded shrimp, few peppermints, bunch of snails, and a sand shifter in here somewhere. Yeah, recently I decided to make a full NEM tank, so I've moved a few of my corals over, including my massive clam that I had in that little 60-litre tank. Yeah, there's definitely plans on upgrading my filter system eventually when money and time allows me. But everything seems happy so far, like just currently LPS and mainly softies in this tank. Here's a few little gems that I've been growing out lately. And my pile of frags that I found behind the rocks in the 120 that I forgot about.
Epic, thanks, man. Thanks heaps for sharing. So I guess obviously this COVID-19 dilemma in Melbourne, Australia has impacted you, and that's what's led to this kind of work?
Yeah, with COVID and being a studio owner and a tattooist in general, like it's definitely been tough. Like due to all the restrictions, we haven't been able to work since mid-March. And I think we got 4 to 5 weeks of work during June when we were allowed to work again. Then second wave of lockdown, and here we are, like most of the year gone, not being able to work. But luckily enough, like being a tattooist, most of us are efficient enough selling artwork or trying to make some source of income, and had some help from JobKeeper.
Yeah, well, I guess there's a silver lining to every cloud, because whilst you're not tattooing, it does give us the opportunity to get our hands on some of these incredible pieces of reefing artwork. Is it something that once COVID, hopefully, fingers crossed, goes away, that you'll continue to do in future, and it's not just a little phase whilst you can't do your real love, which is obviously doing the tattoo work?
Yeah, it's definitely been nice being able to spend more time on artwork, as it usually gets neglected, usually drawing up tattoos or flying around for expos. Something I really enjoy doing, been doing for 3 to 4 years now, and definitely plans on a lot more coming out in the future. Yeah, there's always going to be a lot of reefing related artwork, from my tattoos to artwork and sculptures, and there's a possibility of seeing me at some of your reef expos coming up.
Now, I know you do some custom design pieces where you will design them towards people's own fish and corals, but you also do some off-the-shelf units too, yeah, which people can browse through. Where can we find those?
I've always done commission pieces whenever I get a chance to, but yeah, definitely love to do a lot more of them while I still have the time. But yeah, still got a bunch of pre-made ones on my Big Cartel for sale, and you can always see them at Exotic Aquaculture in Melbourne as well.
Awesome, man, awesome. Now, if someone was wanting to get a custom piece designed, how do they go about getting in touch with you?
If you're interested in getting a piece off me, hop over my Instagram at 2yen Tattoos. That's where you'll get to see my process, my artworks, and we'll have links to my email and Big Cartel as well to buy pre-made pieces.
Thanks so much, man. Love your work. Keep it up, and I'll chat to you again soon.
Thanks again for having me. Really appreciate it.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's the video on my very own personalized piece of reefing artwork. And I don't know about you, but I think it's absolutely incredible. And if it's something that you'd like to keep to remember some of your favorite corals, some of your favorite fish, or even if you wanted to give it to a friend as a bit of a thank you for helping them out with your tank, or I don't know, maybe a wedding present for your reef-related friends, I don't know, something like that. I couldn't think of anything better personally, because this is a real talking piece, and it's it's just every time I sit down at my computer, it reminds me of my old display tank, and it keeps me motivated and inspired to make sure that my new display tank is going to be equally as cool, if not surpass it well beyond that. So I don't know what more I can say about it. I'm still super happy. I'm still gushing over it. It's a really cool bit of work. If you're interested, please reach out to Tuyen. Jump on his Instagram page. Check out some of his incredible different themes of artwork on there. Obviously, reefing's a big part of it, but the man's obviously got a lot of other talents as well. Super nice guy, really humble. Obviously, a real dedicated reefer as well. And when you get those two worlds combining, this is the end product. So anyway, enough from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Something a little bit different today. I just really wanted to support some Melbourne businesses because they are struggling a little bit at the moment. So don't be shy. Reach out. Spend what money you can afford to spend to keep these people, keep a roof over their head, keep food on their table. I'm sure it goes a long way. The same thing goes to your local fish shops who are also going through a pretty tough time at the moment. Be sure to upgrade your gear where you can afford, and just keep the whole industry going, because if we don't get through this little patch here, it's going to be tough in the future. Anyway, guys, enough politics from me. I'll leave you with that. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. Should be a little button down there somewhere. Hit that. It'll take you 2 seconds of your time, cost you no money, and it goes a long way to helping me out. So I'll leave it at that. Till next time, guys, stay safe, keep reefing. Bye.